There are people today who retired as directors, CEOs, and yet they may not be able to raise 100,000 with honor, because during their time of glory, they did not know that seasons change. There are musicians today, respectfully speaking, there are sportsmen today, once upon a time if you mention their names, people will stay awake, but today they can move around on the road and you see them and not even care about them. Why? Because seasons have changed.
Welcome to Apostolic Blueprints, where we are passionate about helping you build a strong foundation of faith.
And that in every man's life, born again or not, this law is not one you can pray out of your life. It is established. Pharaoh, what you have is not just a dream for Egypt, it's a mystery to be given to men, that in the life of every man born of a woman, the law of seasons is applicable to all. There will always be seasons of plenty represented by the fat cows, and there will always be seasons of leanness. The difference is whether you heed to the advice of Joseph or otherwise. Those who disobey Joseph are about to pay the price with their entire lifetime, because years can eat years. When God created the earth, the Bible tells us that he made the stars to signify times and seasons. The law of seasons is a very powerful spiritual law that many believers have not been taught, and many well-meaning innocent people have had to pay the price because they did not know how to discern seasons. Our opening scripture, Ecclesiastes, says there is a time for everything. You can afford to be careless with your car, for instance, during the dry season. Your wiper is not working, your lights are not working, you can afford, your tires are not strong, you can play all those games. But when it is rainy season, one night you just come out and without any notification, a heavy downpour comes and you see the consequences of not having a good wiper. Is that true? You may not know how wrong you are during the dry season, but another season can show you whether you were doing right or not. Seasons are powerful. There are many things you may be doing wrong, but just because you have not arrived at a season that will show you how wrong you are, you may think you are right for a long time until seasons change. And there are times you can be doing something very right and look like a fool for many years, because the season that shows your wisdom has not yet come. Once upon a time, the wisdom of Noah looked like foolishness because the season of rain had not come. Is that true? He kept putting the animals there, and others were laughing at him and said, to what end is this? But a season would soon come. You've seen people who maximize certain seasons in their lives, but they forgot that seasons will change, and they ignored the advice of Joseph until the seasons changed. This has caught up with politicians. It is terrible to be out of relevance in your lifetime. This has caught up with men of God. This has caught up with family people. Changing seasons. That no season ever remains to a point of penury. There are politicians today who were once instruments of awe and honor, and because of lack of discernment of seasons, they came down. There are sincere men of God. They didn't backslide, but they were careless with the discernment of seasons. And today they have been brought down to nothingness. Pharaoh, the dream that you have is deliverance. It is a mystery that, if you understand, will save you. In every man's life, there will be this season of fatness, and there will be this season of lean cows. What do they mean? Write this down. According to the vision or the dream of Pharaoh and the interpretation of Joseph, the 7 years of plenty represents seasons of ease, seasons of abundance, and seasons of opportunities. What opportunity? Opportunity to know God, opportunity to maximize destiny, opportunity to invest in your life. And then the 7 years of famine represent moments of constraint, moments of inconvenience, moments of scarcity. Please do not take anything I'm teaching tonight personal. It is truth that I will give you. I have seen people in old age today with nobody to help them. They walk alone as though they never had the privilege of youthfulness. And the question I'm tempted to ask is, what did they do with those days? Because at that time, the lean cows have come to eat up the fat ones. I told you, years can eat years. There are people today who retired as directors, CEOs, and yet they may not be able to raise 100,000 with honor, because during their time of glory, they did not know that seasons change. There are musicians today, respectfully speaking, there are sportsmen today. Once upon a time, if you mention their names, people will stay awake. But today they can move around on the road and you see them and not even care about them. Why? Because seasons have changed. Is that true? Yes. Once upon a time in this nation, when you mention certain names, once upon a time in Africa, when you mention certain names, as powerful as these great men are, look at men like Reinhard Bonnke, look at men like T.L. Osborne, look at men like Billy Graham. As much as we love them, the truth is, whether we like it or not, according to the law of seasons, eventually they have gone. Seasons. That means everybody who finds himself on the stage, you better realize someone left there before you got there, and realize that very soon the light of destiny is pushing you out. Now listen, there is the deception that comes with these seasons of glory. It makes you believe you will never leave the stage for any reason. This has deceived men of God. This has deceived people in politics. This has also deceived parents. They forgot that these children will one day grow and they will be young, and they treated the children in an evil way. Many of them today are old and wrinkled and left alone by angry adults who were once babies. There are nations today who did not take advantage of their human capital to invest in the young people during the seasons of power. Most of those young people are now the thieves that cause mayhem in society. There are people who rose in honor. They never raised anybody in their lifetime. They didn't raise anybody from their community. They are the only ones, and when the devil attacked them, he got them alone because they had no support system. Learn the wisdom that comes from this mystery tonight. Pharaoh, the dream is twice because it is established. There is nothing you can do against it. You can only build a system to overcome it.
Thank you for watching. Please kindly like, comment, subscribe so you can stay up in speed when next we upload a new video. Thank you.